Look at this garden. Every vegetable is dead. The tomatoes, the lettuce, the spinach, all of them surrendered to the frost, except one. A 6-foot purple giant, standing in the snow, leaves darker than a bruise. And here's the impossible part. It's sweeter now than it was in summer. A vegetable that forgot how to die. This is the purple tree collard. And there's a reason you've never heard of it. The archive opens on the island of Jersey, 19th century. Not the New Jersey you know. An island in the English Channel, where farmers grew vegetables that touched the sky. 18 feet tall, walking sticks carved from stems, roof rafters built from trunks, a vegetable that remembered how to become wood, and then it disappeared. So why isn't this miracle plant in every garden in America? Why have most people never heard of it? Because there's a hidden trap in the seed industry, and this plant exposes it. 99% of listings you'll find online, seeds, purple tree collard seeds. Don't buy them. Those seeds are a lie, a genetic counterfeit. They'll grow into regular kale, maybe cabbage, but never into what you see here. But here's where it gets stranger. This isn't just about one plant. This is about a system designed to keep you dependent. Welcome to the Green Archive, where we dig up the plants they tried to bury, where forgotten knowledge becomes your freedom. And today, we're uncovering a vegetable that could change everything you think you know about gardening. Look at your garden. What do you really see? A system designed to fail. Lettuce, spinach, cabbage, every single one of them bred for one tragic purpose: to die, to bolt, to wilt, to surrender to the first frost. Every spring, you kneel in the dirt. Every fall, you mourn. You buy seeds. You plant. You hope. And then you start over. This is agricultural slavery, and you've been living in it your entire gardening life. But there is a way out. The purple tree. Collard is a biological glitch. Somewhere in its evolution, this plant made a choice. Instead of dying at the end of the season, it learned to become wood. Lignification, the same process that turns saplings into oak trees. The older this plant gets, the stronger it becomes. Reverse aging in a vegetable. So why can't corporations sell you this plant? Because it's biologically unstable when it comes to seeds. When you plant purple tree collard seeds, the genetics revert. Back to regular kale. Back to something that dies every year. Something you have to buy again, and again, and again. This is the seed trap. The industry isn't hiding this plant because it doesn't work. They're ignoring it because it works too well. Think about it. Why would a seed company ever sell you a forever plant? A plant that never needs replacing? A plant that makes seeds irrelevant? They wouldn't, so they don't. And those listings you see online, purple tree collard seeds, genetic counterfeits, scams, plants that will disappoint you in year one. The real purple tree collard doesn't come from seeds. It comes from cuttings, pieces of living tissue, passed from gardener to gardener, an underground network, keeping this plant alive. Because once you have one, you never need to buy another vegetable seed again. And that terrifies them. But here's where biology becomes magic. When winter arrives, when temperatures drop below freezing, something extraordinary happens inside this plant. Cryoprotection, the purple tree. Collard starts converting starches into complex sugars, natural antifreeze, liquid that won't crystallize, cells that won't burst. The result? The colder it gets, the sweeter it becomes. In the dead of winter, when every other plant in your garden has surrendered. This one is producing leaves sweeter than summer strawberries, sweeter than anything you can buy at a grocery store. From your backyard, in January, while snow is falling. But the flavor isn't the only surprise. The color tells a different story. That deep purple color, that's not just beautiful, that's medicine. Anthocyanins, the same compounds that make blueberries a superfood, except these leaves, dinner plate sized, packed with antioxidants, anti-inflammatory compounds, brain protective nutrients, a pharmaceutical factory, growing in your backyard. And unlike blueberries, you don't need to buy new plants every few years. This one stays. So how do you get one? Remember, you don't plant this vegetable, you clone it. Step 1. Sourcing. Forget seed catalogs. You're looking for cuttings, living pieces of the actual plant. Etsy, eBay, local permaculture groups. There's an underground network of gardeners passing these around. Look for listings that say cuttings or live plant, never seeds. Step 2. Planting. Easier than growing a weed. Stick the cutting in moist soil. Keep it in shade for a few weeks while roots develop. That's it. Step 3. Staking. This is important. This plant will grow 6 feet tall. Treat it like a fruit tree. Stake it firmly in year 1 and 2. The trunk can snap in high winds until it fully lignifies. Step 4. Harvesting. Always from the bottom up. Never cut the top. Let it grow like a palm tree. The lower leaves come off. New ones grow at the crown. One plant, 20 years of greens, if you do it right. Now, I know this sounds too good to be true, and there's a catch. The first year, maybe 2, you're building the foundation. The roots go deep. The trunk lignifies. It needs 6 feet of space. This thing gets big. But after that setup period, 20 years of harvest, 0 replanting, 0 seed costs, forever. Let me show you the forensic math. $5. That's what cuttings cost. $5. $0 for seeds, ever. If you buy greens at $3 per week, that's $156 per year. Over 20 years, $3,120 from a $5 investment. Return on investment, 600 times. You're not planting a vegetable, you're planting a legacy, an asset that pays dividends for a generation. Comment your zone below. If you're outside the United States, tell me your country. The zone with the most requests, I'll make a video on how to source it there. 10 years from now, there will be a blizzard. Your neighbors will be buying wilted greens at the grocery store, and you'll walk outside to your purple giant, 6 feet tall, waiting to feed you. Spinach is renting food security. This is owning it. The archive continues through you.